welcome to the Lost Birds Knitting Podcast. I'm Allison, also known as Lost Birds on Ravelry and Lost Birds Fiber on Instagram.
Hi, my name is Danielle, and I am Bright D on Ravelry and Lady D Bright on Instagram. And feel free to follow me.
And join our group. We have a Ravelry group. We're the Lost Birds Knitting Podcast on Ravelry.
Definitely.
So, today is February
16th.
2015. And this is episode 26, I believe.
Totally.
So, well, I guess we'll just go ahead and start with our flight plan, which is our projects for the week. Danielle.
I was going to say, both of us don't really have much this week. It's kind of been a crazy week. So, I'll start off with what I have in my hot hands. I have the very, very beginnings of, because I just cast it on before I came here, and I just screwed it up, so we'll have to put that to the side. A barn raising square. And I am making it out of a lot of, this is a bunch, this is a lot of scraps, a yarn of, the company is called CJ Knit, and the colorway is called Ziva from NCIS. And I made my sister socks out of this, and my sister has very tiny feet. She has a women's size 5. And so that left me a lot of spare yarn. Let's see here if I can put this down without destroying things. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, here is my finished barn raising square, blocked and everything, except for the ends need to be finished woven in. And we'll be able to, essentially find a drawer for this guy until further notice. It's still a little bit damp on the edges, but other than that, it's good to go. And this was the Sock Bunny Studios and on Etsy, and the colorway is called Running with Scissors. I thoroughly enjoy that colorway title. It just makes me laugh every single time. And you have seen this multiple times before. This is a pair of socks that I'm working on for my husband, and I think I'm just going to set this guy aside and we're going to start working on this one. And this is, I believe I have a tag in here somewhere to show everybody. Yep. This is from Knitterly Things, and it's the Vesper sock base in the Hellfire colorway, and it's 100% merino wash. Merino. There we go. And this is kind of how it's turned out. Very nice. And my last bit is spinning, and I am working on Into the World, and the colorway is called Courtly Frogs. And so I was able to get a little bit of yardage on that one. And that's almost showing up perfect. I mean, it's giving, it's missing a little bit of the color depth and the green right there. But other than that, it looks good to me. And but like I said, it's been a busy week, so I'm light on content. So what do you got, Miss Allison?
Well, I also don't have a whole lot knitting wise, but what I'm currently working on is still this mermaid baby cocoon. I haven't got much further on it. More on that in off course. I've also been dyeing a little bit, so I'll show you guys a few braids.
That's very pretty.
Here's one. This is a superwash domestic wool. Domestic as in United States domestic.
Not Japan.
Not Japan domestic, no. And here's another superwash braid. I think this is my favorite. I love it. It reminds me of like, I don't know, geodes or something with stones, some kind of geological thing, gemstones or something. And then this is also domestic wool, but it's non-superwash. This one came out really pretty too.
Mm-hmm. I like that. It's like a
one more
fruit smoothie or something.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to photograph. I haven't done a shop update in a while. I haven't had a chance to photograph stuff, but I have these braids plus some more that I dyed, plus some more that I dyed quite a while ago that I think I showed you guys a few of the braids, but I still haven't put them up in my shop, so I'll have to do that. And then I've also spun a little bit.
Wow, that's a really big bobbin.
It is a really big bobbin. It's, I don't even know how many ounces this is. I didn't weigh it, but these are from some bats that I made. So they were very like textured. This is a very textured bat. So this is just a single, but what I'd like to do with this is focus. Like kind of coil ply it.
I don't think I've heard of that.
It's sort of, oops, shoot, lost my pencil. It's sort of like core spinning, but with your core, you have your core, and then instead of spinning loose fiber around it, you're spinning up a single ply or something that has twist in it. So it looks kind of coily.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's like have you seen the beehive ones of that?
Yeah,
it's
right.
Like the same thought process.
Yep, except a little bit more consistent.
Got it.
And then besides that, I haven't been knitting, but I have been trying to finish some things. So, for instance, I finally wove in all the ends on my pendulum shawl here, so I'm wearing it. And a few other things, some socks and what else? I don't know. Just basically a bunch of stuff that I need to weave the ends in on, and I still have more. But anyway, that's that. So dyeing, finishing projects, this little cocoon thing, and a little bit of spinning and bat making. So that's all I have project wise.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say right now, I'm probably not gonna have anything very interesting coming up because I am very close to my due date, and all of my focus is really on preparing for baby, and as well as a move soon after baby, and we're gonna have visitors and things like that. So I have a lot of things to get ready for coming up. Anyway, did you go off course at all?
Other than having to restart this just now and doing that on camera. Yeah, that was great. I been having some trouble with the Into the World. I think after I told you all that my cat got a hold of it, she did a fantastic job of felting some of the fibers.
Oh no.
So every once in a while I have a little bob that I need to like wrestle with.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been pretty good. Like I said, I haven't had much, unfortunately. But I know we were at knit night last week, and you were ripping stuff out. So What do you got going on?
Yeah, it's just this stupid Cocoon thing that I decided to do that I'm probably not going to finish before the baby actually gets here. I just keep ripping it out. Like, this has to be the millionth time I've ripped it out. Most recently, so I ripped it out at knit night last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't really work on it. And then when I started working on it again, I realized I had cast on too many stitches, so it was going to be too big, so then I ripped it out again. But this is the last time, because as you can see, it's actually finally going smoothly, and I've got a hang of the pattern. It's the right size, so
Success.
No more. This is it. Yeah. And even if something comes up, I'm not ripping out again, so
I refuse.
Yep, I'm moving on. I'm letting it go. So that brings us to our bird's eye view. So everything else that we did for the week. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Monday was knit night, so that was very nice. See, I do believe that somewhere in there last week,
Yeah.
I found out that I have permission to go into surgery and get my tonsils removed. So that should be fun. I'm scheduled to go into surgery on the 26th of this month, and that following weekend, please don't expect a podcast from us because I won't be able to talk.
Yeah.
And so I requested some time off of work, and it should be interesting. I'm in full swing of my 2 classes that I'm taking right now. It's been interesting, a little bit of difficult. I have some professors that, think that all their students are not adults and have jobs. Which is, completely fine because, yeah, they mainly work with students who are, school is work, school is a job. And so it's just finding a new routine, a new balance with that. So it's been a lot of very early mornings. And so my husband's like, why are you up so early? And I'm like, I gotta get stuff done.
So what classes are you taking?
I'm taking an accounting class and then advanced business writing class.
Interesting. Very cool.
But yeah, so I've already I just turned in a paper a few minutes before coming over here, so that was fun. But yeah, and let's see what else went down. We had Valentine's Day. My husband and I don't typically celebrate Valentine's Day because prior to being married, I wasn't pro Valentine's Day. Mainly because I truly believe that it has lost its heritage and is now a consumerism play. And specifically out here because if you were to order a bouquet of roses, just say a dozen roses, they will charge you $90. $90? Yeah, you better not spend $90 on, something that's going to die.
Way too practical for Valentine's Day flowers over here.
So, yeah.
$90, they're just gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I totally feel the same way, though. I'm not gonna lie.
So, yeah. And, I don't know, and, a lot of times, I really don't like the crowds on the few, American-style restaurants that we have available, so... we'll go and get takeout and eat it in front of a movie. So, but anyways, that was my week of just non-stop movement. So how was your week?
So this week I'll just get Valentine's Day out of the way as well. We also don't like make a really huge deal about it. No chocolate, no flowers, nothing like that. We did like spend the day together. Emrys was at daycare, so I don't know. Obviously, it was we just relaxed. But the other reason for that is because yesterday was the Okinawa Marathon. Yesterday, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was the Okinawa Marathon. So, the day after Valentine's Day. And Colin, my husband, was running in the marathon, so we kind of, he wanted to take it easy and
just prepare for himself for the marathon. Sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we did. We went to this little place called the 50s Cafe. Have you ever heard of it?
No. But it just sounds fun. Like milkshake style?
Yeah, they don't actually have milkshakes. I was surprised. Because ice cream is actually like a big deal in Japan. They love ice cream. So I was surprised that they didn't have ice cream, period. They didn't have milkshakes or anything. But they did have like American style burgers and fries, and they had tacos as well.
That's surprising.
Yeah, so we tried both, and it was actually pretty good. And the place itself is really kind of cute. It's little. There's some like outside seating, and then there's just like the inside seating is just kind of along the walls. But the place is filled with like 50s, 50s American memorabilia, yeah. And the walls are they're like wallpapered with ads from magazines.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're really funny. And they play 50s music, and they've got the neon signs going and everything. And the burger was we both had a burger, and it was really good. So it was fun. It was someplace new that we haven't been at, but we had seen like driving by.
Mm-hmm.
So we went there. So that was our big Valentine's Day. What else did I do? I did a little tour at the hospital of the labor and delivery unit. It's a brand new hospital, so it's actually very nice. And it's always good to go and see where you're going to be. So it was good. It was very informative. And then there was a little class. This is my second child. I've been through childbirth before, but it was good to do like this little refresher course to see how they do things specifically at this hospital, and just sort of to remind yourself of all the steps. And now that I'm more informed, I actually had a few questions and things like that, so that was good. And
my boss went through the same thing, and her little ones are a little bit older,
mm-hmm.
and they had like a class for them, like little activities.
They do. They have a class called Silly Siblings, and they like you bring your kids to it, and they talk about like how you can interact with a baby in a safe way, and they have things for kids. Like, it's obviously geared towards kids, but I don't think it's geared towards kids quite as young as Emrys. Like, I don't think he'd be able to. I actually asked the nurse who was teaching the class about it. It doesn't sound like he would have been able to like sit through the class or comprehend it really, though. So it's sort of for a little bit older kids.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think her oldest is like 6 or something like that. So
yeah, that would definitely be helpful for a kid that age. Other than that, like I said, everything is preparing for this baby and for visitors and for our move coming up. So I've been purging more things. I've really been going through my craft supplies, which is good. And just like getting rid of things that I know I'm not gonna, I just don't want to carry it all with me. Honestly, I want to get rid of as much as possible before we move and just start fresh. Let go of those projects that, you know, have just been sitting around for way too long. And I actually have some yarn. I have a couple bags of yarn I'm gonna bring to knit night, see if anybody wants them. And that's it. Packed my hospital bag. That's all. I don't know. It's nothing too exciting, but I'm busy. Like, I'm busy just doing a lot of very unexciting things in preparation for all of these changes that are about to happen. So it's a lot to do. Anyway, so that brings us to our bird calls, which is our section where we talk about anybody, anything that we enjoy and want to share with you, or, you know, want to highlight for any reason. So I have a few bird calls this
Go for it.
week. So first of all, Valentine's Day was Saturday, and I want to say thank you to Marie, who's in our Ravelry group, and the Sticky Stitch in our Ravelry group as well. They both sent me Valentine's Day cards, so I appreciate that. That was really nice, and I didn't even know you could do that, so thank you. Very cool.
Yeah, Marie sent me a Valentine's Day card too, so thank you so very much. I really appreciate when people think of me.
And so I've been doing, like, while I'm working, while I'm dying especially, while I'm going through things, while I'm working, I like to listen to music or audiobooks or have something in the background so it's not just quiet, because it's more motivating, I think. And I just wanted to mention this. I think it's mainly one guy, and he goes by the name Sonlux, Sonlux. And I discovered him on Spotify, and now I've been just constantly listening to his stuff. I can listen to it over and over again, and it's like usually while I'm dying, that's or spinning, is when I listen to it. And you guys, I don't know if it's for everyone. I think I have kind of a eclectic taste in music, and his stuff is sort of, it's a little bit dreamy, it's a little bit ethereal. There's like, it's got a lot of things going on, like a lot of elements. Like, I think he is actually classically trained in music, and you can kind of hear that, but it's also got like electronic elements a little bit. It's even got sort of like hip hop beats sometimes. It's very hard to explain, but it's then it's like really dreamy too. And I think he also collaborates with various artists and bands. In particular, there's an album called Alternate World, and I think he collaborated with Lorde on that. She's the one that sings that Royals song.
Yeah.
It's very popular on the radio. But I didn't even realize it was her when I first listened to the album. I read about it later. So anyway, if you guys are looking for some interesting music, check out Sonlux. And if you have any like suggestions for me, it's hard for me these days to discover new music, and I'm really I would really like to, because I've been, you know how you have this playlist and you listen to it so many times it becomes a little bit stale. So I'm trying to discover some new music lately. So if you have any suggestions for me, stuff that you really love and you can listen to over and over again, any genre, I am open to any genre, so let me know. Especially stuff that's like motivational, that you like to work to or have in the background while you're knitting or spinning or something like that. So that's all I have. How about you? Any bird calls?
Yeah, I have one bird call. I was listening to the Knitmore Girls this week, and I guess Miss Jasmine of the Knitmore Girls is expecting their second child now.
I saw that. Very exciting.
Congratulations!
Yes, congratulations to Gigi Darlene as well.
Yes,
she gets to be a grandma times 2 now.
Yeah. And let's see here. I think that is it. No, I take that back. I been having some human relations issues again, and I found a book. It's called What Motivates Me. And I'll have to give Miss Allison the authors' names because I don't know them off the top of my head. They have they made this company called the Culture Works, and in the back of the What Motivates Me book is a code to go take essentially like a quiz to find out what motivates you, and they have 5 like anchor divisions of your personality types, and I thought that would be an excellent thing to bring to work, to essentially find what how people want to be recognized, how what they would want to see.
So you're just gonna bring it to your employees and have them all take the test?
Essentially, yeah.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
To find out what motivates them and that sort of thing. So I'll see how it actually goes. But
very cool.
That is my bird call. And did you get anything in the mail?
Actually, now that you mention it, I did. And this is sort of a bird call as well, like a thank you to my mom again, because she heard me complaining about needing more project bags, and she is an excellent seamstress, and she came up with some very cool project bags.
Very cool.
Yeah, so this one is big. This is like, this could hold a sweater for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Although currently it is holding multiple projects that need ends woven in and stuff. So I'm slowly working through this bag of projects that I want to finish.
I love that your mom put on the side over here the Made in the USA tag.
Well, you know what? So it's actually, it says Newport Layton on the other side. So Newport Layton is a company, it's like a home decor company in Oregon. I think, I don't know like if there are other places or not, but they have like a warehouse or something in Oregon, where I'm from, where my mom lives, and they do like this yearly sale where they super discount, like, I don't think they normally sell fabric or anything, but they do this yearly sale where they get rid of old inventory. That includes like pillowcases and bedspreads and all kinds of home decor stuff, as well as like leftover fabric that they don't want anymore. So I mean, it's like super discounted, and it's really fun to go to the sale because there's awesome fabrics. So I almost think this might have been a pillowcase, and this might have been like the tag, and she just
very cool
left it on there, but I'm not sure. Or maybe she just added it for fun. I don't know. But it's, yeah, I love the print. It's very, very cool. And then she made one more project bag. This is a little bit smaller.
Very cool.
I can't see in the monitor anymore because it just turned off, but
what is this guy here?
it's just a tab, like a pull tab to make it easier to close it up, I guess. It's lined. And it's got interfacing, and it's a perfect, you know, little size for a project. So
thanks, Mom.
and she made me 2, and 1 is for you.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is very cool. Oh, thank you.
So that's from my mom.
Thanks, Mom.
So anyway, she also sent baby stuff and whatnot, of course, but
of course
that was my mail call for the week. So I don't know, that's all I have for this week.
That's all I have for this week too. I don't have anything in the mail, though I want stuff in the mail, but it refuses to come.
Yeah, mail is, I think all the weather going on in the States is really backed us up a little bit, as well as the whatever shipping stuff is going on the West Coast there. Right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if it was like a labor strike or what was going on.
Yeah, it's like the dock workers. I don't know if that affects our mail so much, but it affects some things. Anyway. So as Danielle said, next week, is it next week?
And the following week.
Following week. Okay. So the following week we will not be recording because she will be recovering from her tonsillectomy.
Right.
And
eating all of the popsicles.
Yeah, but I think we should record normally next week.
Right.
So we will see you guys then.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.